There's something about Black women over 50 that the fashion world still hasn't figured out how to talk about. And honestly, that's exactly why I'm here today. Because while everybody else is guessing, we're going to tell the truth. 3 tops that used to be your go-to, your safe choice, your reach for it without thinking pieces, are quietly working against you. And by the end of this video, you're going to look at your closet completely differently. Welcome back to Melanin Rock Fashion, the channel built for Black women who refuse to fade into the background no matter what year it is on their birth certificate. If you're new here, welcome. You're exactly where you belong. And if you've been here a minute, you already know what time it is. Before we get into this, hit that like button, subscribe to Melanin Rock Fashion, and drop a comment telling me your age range right now because I want to know exactly who's in this room with me today. Turn on your notifications too because we post style truth every single week and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Now let's get into it because what I'm about to say might make you a little uncomfortable, but discomfort is how growth starts. Here's the truth nobody in the fashion industry wants to admit out loud. After 60, some of the tops you've worn for decades are no longer complementing the woman you've become. It's not because anything about you has gotten worse, it's because you have gotten more refined, more commanding, more deeply unapologetically yourself, and your wardrobe has not caught up to that yet. I watch so many gorgeous Black women over 60 walk into rooms wearing pieces that mute their light instead of amplifying it, and it genuinely hurts me because they think they're playing it safe. But sister, safe was never the goal. Radiant was always the goal. So today, I'm naming 3 specific tops that are quietly aging you, and then I'm handing you the exact replacement so you never have to guess again. Top number 1, and I already know this one is going to start a debate in the comments, the plain crew neck cotton t-shirt. Now, stay with me here because I know this feels like the ultimate wardrobe basic, easy, breathable, goes with everything. But here's what's actually happening when you put it on. That high, tight, rounded neckline sits directly at the point where our skin naturally softens with age, and instead of skimming past it gracefully, it cuts straight across and draws the eye right to the neck and chin area. It doesn't hide anything, it actually highlights it. And then there's the fabric itself. Most basic cotton tees are thin, flat, and stiff after a few washes, which means they cling in places you don't want clinging and bag out in places you don't want bagging. Add in the fact that so many of these tees come in chalky pastels or plain white, and you've got a color combination that flattens our beautiful deep and rich skin tones instead of making them glow. We need fabric and color that works with our melanin, not against it. Here's the good news, though. You do not have to give up comfort to fix this. Swap that crew neck for a softly draped scoop neck or a subtle V-neck in a heavier, more structured cotton blend or a modal jersey that has some real body to it. That small neckline shift opens up the collarbone, elongates the neck, and instantly softens your whole face. And please retire the stark whites and pale grays. Reach instead for terracotta, deep emerald, burnt orange, warm chocolate, colors that sit on our skin like they were made for it because they were. When you make this one swap, you're not dressing down anymore. You're dressing intentionally. And if you've got a drawer full of plain crew neck tees right now, comment the color of the one you wear the most. I guarantee half of you are about to say white or gray, and we need to talk about that. Let's move to top number 2. The fitted turtleneck sweater. I know, this one feels so classic, so elegant, so put together, but here's the part nobody talks about. A turtleneck that's snug against the throat can actually work against a fuller or softer neckline, drawing attention exactly where you don't want it pulled. It also traps warmth right at the face, which can make your skin look shinier or more flushed under bright lighting, and it visually shortens your neck instead of lengthening it. On top of that, most turtlenecks come in heavy, structured knits that add bulk right at the upper body, which can throw off your entire proportion, especially when it's paired with a fuller bottom or a longer coat. It's not that turtlenecks are wrong, it's that the tight, high, structured version of them stopped working for us the moment our necklines began to soften. So here's your upgrade. Look for a mock neck instead of a full turtleneck, something that skims rather than squeezes, in a lightweight rib knit or a fine gauge sweater material that drapes instead of standing stiff. A mock neck gives you all that same polished, put-together energy, minus the pressure and the shortening effect. And color-wise, this is where you can go bold. Deep wine, mustard gold, chestnut brown, forest green. These jewel and earth tones bring warmth and depth in our skin that a plain black or navy turtleneck simply cannot. Pair it with a statement earring or a gold chain sitting just below the collar, and suddenly you've turned a basic sweater into a whole moment. That's the difference between dressing your age and dressing your essence. And now, top number 3, the one I promise almost every single woman watching this has hanging in her closet right now. The oversized ruffled blouse with the big bow at the neck. I know this one feels feminine, soft, ladylike, like something out of a magazine spread, but here's what's actually going on. That oversized ruffle adds visual volume right at the chest and shoulders, which can overwhelm a smaller or more delicate frame, and on a fuller frame, it adds bulk exactly where you don't need more bulk. That big bow tends to sit awkwardly, either choking the neckline or flopping without shape, and depending on the fabric, it can look more costume than couture. These blouses also tend to come in busy prints or shiny synthetic fabrics that catch light in all the wrong ways, creating a stiff, dated look rather than a soft, elegant one. Here's what actually works instead. A blouse with a single soft tie or a gentle draped cowl neck, something with movement but without excess fabric bunched at the throat. Choose a fabric with a slight sheen, like a silk charmeuse or a satin-backed crepe, something that catches light softly rather than screaming for attention. And simplify the color story, one rich, solid tone rather than a busy print, so the focus stays on your face and your presence rather than the fabric doing all the talking. When you make this shift, you go from looking like you're trying too hard to looking like you didn't have to try at all, and that effortless quality is the entire goal. Let's recap what we uncovered today. The plain crew neck tee cuts across the neckline in all the wrong ways, but a soft scoop or subtle V-neck opens everything up. The tight turtleneck sweater shortens and squeezes, but a relaxed mock neck gives you the same polish with none of the pressure. And the oversized ruffled bow blouse adds bulk and confusion, but a simple draped or single tie blouse in a rich solid color brings elegance without effort. Do you see the thread running through all three? It was never about covering up or hiding. It was about refining, about choosing pieces that move with your body instead of fighting it, colors that celebrate your skin instead of dulling it, and silhouettes that frame your best features instead of drawing attention away from them. Now, let me tell you something most stylists will never say out loud. The real secret at this stage of life isn't the cut of the garment at all. It's how the fabric interacts with light and with your skin. Rich melanin comes alive next to fabrics with a subtle sheen, fine knits, brushed cottons, soft satins, materials that catch light gently instead of sitting flat and dull. And necklines matter more than you think. As we mature, our collarbone and jawline become the focal point of every outfit. So instead of hiding them under high, tight collars, let them breathe. Scoop necks, soft V's, gentle cowls, they all say the same thing. I am not hiding, I am arriving. Pair every piece with jewelry that has meaning, warm gold tones, chunky wooden beads, pieces that feel connected to where you come from, not just what's trending this season. Because at this point in your life, your wardrobe isn't about keeping up, it's about telling the truth about who you are. A woman who has lived, who has earned every year on her face, and who dresses not to disappear into a room, but to own it the second she walks in. So here's your challenge before you close this video. Go to your closet right now, today, and pull out the plain crew neck tee, the tight turtleneck, and the oversized ruffled bow blouse. Hold each one up and ask yourself honestly, is this celebrating me or is this quietly aging me? If the answer is aging you, it's time to let it go. Not because there's anything wrong with you, but because you deserve better than clothes that are stuck in the past while you keep moving forward. If this video gave you even one thing to think about, I need you to do 3 things for me right now. Hit that like button so more women over 60 can find this video and get this same wake-up call. Drop a comment telling me which one of these 3 tops surprised you the most, the tee, the turtleneck, or the ruffled blouse, because I read every single one of them. And most importantly, subscribe to Melanin Rock Fashion and turn on your notifications, because we are building a community of women who are done being overlooked and done dressing small. Every single week, we're breaking down exactly what to wear and exactly what to release, so you never have to guess again. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for caring enough about yourself to make this small but powerful change. Until next time, keep evolving, keep glowing, and keep reminding this world that Black women over 60 are not fading. We are arriving, fully dressed, fully radiant, and absolutely unforgettable. Subscribe to Melanin Rock Fashion, and I will see you in the very next video.